Hey everybody, Robin Wilson here with SCP Agency, and today we are going to chat about the well-dressed sales professional. So, there are sales professionals who take themselves seriously, and they bring their A game every day. Their shirts are perfect, their slacks are perfect, their shoes are shined and polished, they probably have on fantastic socks, their belt matches their shoes, and they are put together. They are professional, right? They take this seriously. And then there are some sales associates, salespeople, who roll out of bed, throw their clothes in the dryer, hoping just to knock some of the wrinkles out of them, and get dressed. They may even spill their coffee on their shirt on the way to work, and they just dab at it and then just keep going, right? It happens, trust me. If you look around your dealership today, I bet you could take a picture of 3 to 4 pairs of shoes that you would be like, holy crap. Why did they put those on and come to work today? And I'll tell you, as a consumer, if I'm making a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 investment like your customers are in their vehicles, I'm looking at your shoes. So here's the deal, right? I'll say a $30,000 transaction, okay? Let's say I'm buying a $30,000 vehicle. That's pretty kind of average right now, right? $30,000. But let's say that that's what I'm buying. There's a lot of details that go into purchasing a vehicle. Like, what's my debt to income ratio? Is it okay to, I'm going to get the best interest rate. I'm going to get the best term. How many months I'm going to have to pay? Is the warranty on this vehicle fantastic? Am I going to have to worry about it 3 years down the road, 2 years down the road? It's got a clean title. Has it ever been wrecked? I mean, there's so many details, right? And if I look down and you're not even paying attention to your shoes and what they look like, or your slacks and what they look like, how are you going to take care of the details on my $30,000 transaction? So I visited with some salespeople this week because I had this theory and I wanted to make sure that what I was thinking was right? Like, I wanted to go to the dealership and I wanted to look at all of the sales professionals. And then I asked one of these sales professionals, let's talk about it. So in the summertime, they kind of wear, at the dealership I went to, they wear polos, right? And so really those don't need to go to the cleaners. Those, they wash, they dry, they hang so nice, and they just turn out perfect. They're that nice knit. But in the fall and the winter, I know that they have the long sleeve button-up collared shirts at this dealership. So I asked him, I said, because I know that Jason takes his shirts to the cleaners. I know that he always has an extra shirt in his car. So on Tuesdays and Fridays, they wear black shirts, right? The entire team wears, they all coordinate, they wear black shirts, right? So Jason always has an extra shirt in his car. So let's say he's driving to work that day and spills coffee on his shirt. He's already picked his shirts up from the cleaners and he's got another one ready to go. But I can guarantee you I've never seen him with a shirt with a stain on it, with a spill on it, with anything on it. And his slacks are always perfectly pressed and his shoes are always perfectly shined and his belt matches his shoes and he comes to work fresh shaved. He shaves his head too, so that's always done, and he's ready to do business. He doesn't have too much cologne on. He's ready to do what he came to do, which was to help you with your transportation needs, right? So I asked him, I said, so is this a big investment, Jason? The way that you look, is it a big investment? And he said, no. I said, what does it cost to get your shirts laundered and pressed? And he said it runs between $2 and $3 a shirt, about $2 a shirt. I said, okay. And so your shoes, what about your shoes? And he said, I shine my own shoes. I polish my own shoes. But whenever they start wearing out, he said, I don't go buy new shoes. I just take them to the shoe shop and get a new heel put on them. Like what? $8 to $10. Okay. But he makes sure that when he leaves his house, his shoes are cleaned and ready to go. these are important details because your appearance says what kind of sales professional you are. To me, it does. I'm going to make a decision based on that. I mean, if you have on a wrinkled shirt and wrinkled slacks and filthy, nasty, torn up shoes and probably not even a belt, you're probably not the guy I'm going to pick to do my transaction. And I may be wrong. You may be the best salesperson there. You may be the guy with the most integrity. But I can tell you that this is how it's going to go. If you care enough about what package you brought today to sell me a vehicle, then I will feel more like you're going to take care of my transaction. That the details of my transaction will be important to you. That the details of buying a vehicle will be important to you. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. The guy that has the pressed shirts, the nice slacks and the clean shoes and the matching belt, out-earns 2-to-1 almost every other person at that dealership who doesn't bring that A game every day. Is it worth it? Is it worth the $2 to $3 for your shirts to be clean and pressed? For your shoes to be shined, to take that time to do it? For your slacks to be cleaned and pressed? I think it is. If the difference is the difference between $50,000 and $100,000, I think that you probably made up the difference, right? So, why are you guys bringing that lame crap to the playground? Why? Nobody knows. Nobody knows why you're doing that. Think the details through. Be a sales professional and not just a salesman. Be a sales professional. Brush your teeth. Wash your hair. Wash your face. Don't over cologne. Nobody wants to be stuck in a car with a guy or a woman who has way too much perfume or cologne on. It's horrible. It's horrible. So think about the whole package, right? So what do you bring to the playground? I'm telling you, the guy that brings all of the details packaged together perfectly, he wins. He's the sales professional. He's the trusted professional. I know it sounds so shallow, but it's the truth. So guys, tighten your game up. Bring your A game. Bring it every day and treat this like the career that it is. It is not just a job. Ladies, same thing. Clean slacks or skirt, clean shoes, nice pressed shirt. Get your cosmetics on if that's what you're going to wear. Fix your hair. Bring your A game to sell your vehicles. Not too much perfume. Nobody can take it. Okay? So, as a sales professional, even if at first you can't afford to go buy brand new slacks, there is a thrift store, a Goodwill, a DAV. Go find the best ones you can in your size, that the hem isn't torn out of, that fit you well, that don't have stains on them, and buy those and keep buying those until you can afford to go buy new slacks. Or don't. Keep buying those if you want to. It doesn't matter. As long as you keep them clean, pressed, and you're bringing your A game, nobody cares.